Hey, welcome back to SharePoint TV. My name is Jeff Fritz, and I'm joined by Jeff Kizner. Jeff, great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us. Now, can you give folks a quick intro to who you are?
Yeah. I'm a program manager on the Microsoft Search Engineering team, and my team focuses on the admin and usage analytics experience.
Okay, around Microsoft Search.
Around Microsoft Search.
Now, we've heard a lot about Search this week. Now, there's been some significant improvements. Can you give us a quick recap of some of the things that we've announced this week?
Yeah, we've basically announced the general availability of Microsoft Search, which is our universal query engine, which allows you to search over your entire estate of data. So Search is graduating from a SharePoint experience or an Outlook experience or a Bing experience to a universal enterprise experience that's going to meet you where you are.
Everywhere, be able to give you data across all those things. That's
Absolutely.
Terrific. Now, the admin is changing around that so that we can collect and search through all those different resources?
Yeah, the way we think of this is that the system is so intelligent that really no administration is necessary. Nice. So the search box starts appearing in all of your interfaces across Office 365, whether it's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, SharePoint, or Bing, and you hit that search box and you search and you get your data back. But there are some experiences that elevate the search experience for the end user and make them even more productive, and that's where the admin comes in.
Cool.
And so we have, along with graduating search itself from SharePoint into an enterprise global experience, we have graduated the admin experience out of SharePoint or the old Bing for Business previews into a new Microsoft Search admin portal.
Okay, can we take a look at the portal here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go over to there. There it is.
Yeah, so this is a view of the Microsoft Search admin portal as it stands today. As you can see, it's centralized into the overall Microsoft admin center. So again, graduating from just a SharePoint experience to a service-wide experience, we've centralized search administration here. And we've added two new roles, the search administrator and the search editor. So you no longer have to be a SharePoint admin to administer search. You can be a search administrator for your entire organization. Now what we're looking at here is the admin pages, and we see a couple of features across the top here. Bookmarks, Q&As, and locations are the first three editorial content features that we've got going out the door.
Okay.
This is where the admin can add some editorial content that gets returned in search results that can heighten the end user experience by providing them instant authoritative answers.
Okay, you're given that additional bit of insight, you're tuning slightly. Okay.
Right. And so if I scroll down to the bottom here, you can see this is the page where we can create some bookmarks. And so we've created some bookmark titles around work or drone photography, some vacation days in Norway's, and we can continue to add and edit these, right? Within this same page, we give the admin a quick view around the analytics of that particular feature.
Okay.
So you can see over here at the top, we've got top queries for bookmarks. These are queries the organization has done that resulted in a bookmark being displayed for the end user.
Can you do me a favor and just scroll that up a little bit, because our camera view is in front of the graph a little bit there, you see?
I see. So we can
Or we can even,
go
hey, there
that
you
way
go.
a little bit.
All right,
How's
now we
that?
can see a little bit better. Yeah.
And you can see these are, if I focus in on bookmarks, these are the impression distributions by result type in this case. So as our users are searching across content, you can see in the tens of thousands, 20,000 times, bookmarks are being returned as part of those search results here. And so this is our general design for any particular feature, is to give the administrator not only the power to create the editorial content, but see how that content is functioning right within that page and take some action on that.
Nice. Really starts to give back that access, so you're not entirely hooked up to SharePoint. I get it now. Okay. So bookmarks, these are things, this is a way for me to kind of seed and kind of force a keyword.
Yeah, if you want to, we can take a quick look at this. So I'm in Bing right now, and as we said, Microsoft Search appears in Bing, Microsoft Search in Bing, and one of our bookmarks right at the top was about HR. So I'll search for HR here, and right at the top of our page, you can see that we get results for work. You can see my organization's logo is here. If I expand out this block, you can see that only Contoso employees can see this. So this is enterprise results, and right here is that bookmark. right? So that's a quick, instant, authoritative answer that the administrator has curated for the organization. Whenever somebody types HR, we'll get back this particular bookmark. And it just makes those authoritative answers appear much faster and says to the end user, that's probably what I'm looking for, and let me go click on that.
Now, you use that in the Bing search box. Do I get the same experience if I have Bing set as my search engine on the browser search bar up at the top?
Absolutely. So you get it wherever you enter Bing, as long as you're signed in to your Office 365 account through Azure Active Directory, you'll get that Microsoft Search and Bing experience.
Oh, that's
and
terrific.
if you're in Office.com or SharePoint Home, you get this same experience. So these same results are going to get returned.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, that's just setting it up, and those were bookmarks. What was the other two, Q&As and locations?
Yeah, so there are a couple of other features that we have editorial content for today. The first one here is Q&As, and you see as I change the focus here, this top queries changes to be focused on Q&As. So I can get a quick look at how Q&As are performing across my organization. What are the top queries for them? What's the click-through rate on those Q&As? And I can get that same sort of graph focus for those particular result types. Down at the bottom, you'll see a very similar admin experience for Q&A. We have them curated here. We have them in a list. You can edit them. You can add new ones. You can do import and export.
Oh, nice.
Right? And so this is our edit experience here. Right? You can put in the title, URL, and a quick description of what this Q&A is in particular. And these types of results are going to get returned in a search the same way that bookmarks do.
Okay.
They're just a different answer type. They're very similar. Q&A and bookmarks are very similar from an answer type perspective.
So I'm assuming it's doing a little bit of machine learning around that question, parental leave policies. So if I say, hey, if I type in what is the parental leave policy, it'll detect that you're asking that question and go route appropriately.
Yeah, so you can see as you go through creating these and editing those, it'll ask if you want to match similar queries. So we'll do some similar query matching. We try to do a hard keyword match, and we'll do some similar query matching to try to understand what the user is asking based on how they type it in and then return those results. Everything you see here is what we call editorial content. So the bookmarks, the Q&As, the locations, which we can look at as well, are all created by the administrator.
Okay.
One of the questions we get is, system's pretty smart, shouldn't it create bookmarks and Q&As for us? And the answer is yes. We're working on it. Stay tuned.
Okay, very cool. I think that's great because you can force that SEO experience, right?
Yes.
Not just, here's my content, index it for me. Very cool. Yeah. And so, I'm sorry, go ahead, you were about to say something.
So I was going to just quickly touch on the last feature we have here. This is locations. Again, you'll see the focus changes, so we see top queries based on locations. And these are really buildings, right? And so this happens at Microsoft quite a bit, as we've got lots of buildings, and you end up having a meeting in building 92 and you've never been there. So you fire up Bing or SharePoint and say, where's building 92? Or you type in B92. And it'll give you that promoted result here. So let's go back and check this out. We've got building 34. Right? So if I type in B34, right, it'll give me that quick result, gives me the address, it'll give me a Bing map for that, and I can right here hit get directions, and it'll tell me how to go get there.
And that was a locations group that kind of fed into the Bing locations and Bing Maps capabilities.
That's right. And so with these three features in particular, you can instantly create new bookmarks and new Q&As. You can create them and search for them instantaneously. If you do locations, it takes a little while longer because we've got to feed it through the Bing engine to generate that map. So it can take up to 24 hours for those to show up in search results, but still pretty fast.
Yeah, absolutely. The search results coming back quickly, as you would expect, through Bing. Very cool stuff. All right. I know you have somewhere you need to get running off to here.
Yeah, I'll just close with this. I mean, this is our sort of entry point into Microsoft Search Administration and the first couple of features here. This is going to grow over the course of the year. We're going to add in new analytics to help drive the search administration and the business as well to give you a really good idea how search is functioning and what you can do to improve your user productivity and efficiency with search. So stay tuned over the course of the year for that sort of information. It's going to be really exciting.
I love seeing it as the first entry out the door here. We've got a lot of great functionality that we can use. Can't wait to see what's happening at Ignite.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Jeff.
Thank you.
It's been great having you join us. And make sure you stay here and tune in. In just a little bit, we'll have our next guest joining us on SharePoint TV.